Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after the national anthem.
Our national anthem, led by Ms. Kaylee Harmon of the School of Music and accompanied by the Center Brass. The words can be found in the front of the program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome each of you on behalf of the college and the university. This commencement ceremony is patterned after a ritual that has been repeated throughout the long history of higher education and duplicated throughout the world in countless universities and colleges. The robes we wear are medieval. The symbols of the ceremony are from the Middle Ages. The mace is the symbol of the authority of the university, and the banner is the symbol of the school. But the spirit of commencement is one of excitement and anticipation, and is focused on the future of these new leaders in a digital global economy. Now, it is with the utmost pride that I introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Vinton G. Cerf. Vint is Vice President and Chief Internet Evangelist for Google. He contributes to global policy development and continued spread of the Internet. Widely known as one of the fathers of the Internet, Vint is the co-designer of the TCP/IP protocols and the architecture of the Internet. He has served in executive positions at MCI, the Corporation for National Research Initiatives, and the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, and on the faculty of Stanford University. Vint served as chairman of the board of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN, from 2000 to 2007, and has been a visiting scientist at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory since 1998. He served as founding president of the Internet Society, ISOC, from 1992 to 95. He is a foreign member of the British Royal Society and Swedish Academy of Engineering, and fellow of IEEE, ACM, and American Association for the Advancement of Science, the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the International Engineering Consortium, the Computer History Museum, the British Computer Society, the Worshipful Company of Information Technologists, the Worshipful Company of Stationers, and a member of the National Academy of Engineering. Vint has served as president of the Association for Computing Machinery, chairman of the American Registry for Internet Numbers, ARIN, and completed a term as chairman of the Visiting Committee on Advanced Technology for the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. President Obama appointed him to the National Science Board in 2012. Vint is a recipient of numerous awards and commendations in connection with his work on the Internet, including the U.S. Presidential Medal of Freedom, U.S. National Medal of Technology, the Queen Elizabeth Prize for Engineering, the Prince of Asturias Award, the Tunisian National Medal of Science, the Japan Prize, the Charles Stark Draper Award, the ACM Turing Award, Officer of the Légion d'honneur, and 29 honorary degrees. In December 1994, People magazine identified Vint as one of that year's 25 most intriguing people. Vint's personal interests include fine wine, gourmet cooking, and science fiction. He and his wife, Sigrid, were married in 1966 and have two sons, David and Bennett. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Vinton Cerf.
Well, thank you all very, very much, and congratulations to the class of 2018. I have the feeling that there are many emotions collected here in this arena, but I think the most significant and prominent one is relief. Relief on the parent side that this important financial milestone has been passed, and relief on the part of the students who survived their important educational period and have come out of it alive and thriving. You know, a lot of people look at people my age and they think, you know, you old folks don't really know how to use the internet. I have news for you, some of us invented it. But that isn't to say that it isn't going to change. So I'm going to speak briefly about the notion of discontent. Now, I want to make sure you understand, I don't want you all to go away from this wonderful graduation event feeling discontented. But I don't want you to be too satisfied either. I want you to be just discontented enough to want to make change, because that's what causes change. It's people who are not satisfied with the status quo and won't rest until they make a difference. And so I felt for many of my years in the technology community that being just a little unhappy with the status quo was a healthy thing. Ironically, the internet was an example of disrupting the status quo. In fact, before we came here, I chatted with some people who used to work at IBM. I used to work at IBM. IBM had a networking technology called Systems Network Architecture, which some of you gray-haired folks will recognize and remember. That was their way of linking all the IBM machines together. But they didn't talk to the Digital Equipment Corporation machines or the Hewlett-Packard machines. The Digital had DECnet and HP had DS for distributed systems. They were happy to have this network that was brand specific. So if you bought their machines and you wanted to network them, you couldn't interwork with anybody else's brand, so you were trapped. Well, the Defense Department didn't want to be trapped with one brand of machine if they needed to network it, or them, and so they turned to us and others and said, can you invent a non-proprietary way of linking different brands of computers and different networks together? And of course, that's exactly what we did. Bob Kahn and I did the original design in 1973. That's getting closer to 45, almost 50 years ago. Let me tell you that over those 5 decades or so, a lot has changed. So let me urge you, first of all, remember today. Remember the world you're living in now, because 50 years from now, you're going to look back and say, how quaint. You know, our technology, which we think is spectacular now, is going to look fairly primitive in 5 decades' time. So I hope you'll remember to remember and then look back and smile. One thing that some people come and ask is, how do I plan my career? That's a very common question for people who are at the stage of graduation right now, and I'm sorry to tell you, don't even try. If you talk to people who have had successful careers and you ask them, how did that happen? They'll tell you, we didn't plan it. Things happen. What was important is that they were alert to opportunity, and that's the important message, is look for opportunities, and sometimes they don't show up in the form of opportunities. Sometimes they show up in the form of a disaster. You got fired, a project didn't work, you had to go off and look at something else. You never know when those kinds of things turn into enormous opportunities, so please be sensitive to that. Don't worry about planning your career, just be aware and be prepared to take advantage of opportunities. I think if I had to summarize my message to you, it's to make a difference, to want to make a difference. And it doesn't matter how big or little. What's important is you make a difference and you want to, and you do something constructive. And so I hope that we will be reading about every one of you in the future because you went out and made a difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vint. We deeply appreciate your comments and your friendship. Before moving to the conferring of degrees, I would like to recognize a very special group assembled here, the faculty of the College of Information Sciences and Technology. The expertise and scholarship of our faculty, their energy and dedication inspires all of our students to rise to remarkable achievement. They have served as teachers, advisors, and mentors to those graduating today. May I ask the members of the college's faculty assembled here to rise, and may I ask you, the graduates, and all others to join me in recognizing this distinguished group of scholars. Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce Eric J. Barron, President of the University. Dr. Barron.
Thank you, Dr. Rossen. Ladies and gentlemen, we now turn to the awarding of the degrees. The legal corporate body of the Pennsylvania State University is its Board of Trustees. This is the body that, by our charter, is given final responsibility for the governance, welfare, and all other interests pertaining to the university. At this time, I call upon Mr. Ted Brown, member of the Penn State Board of Trustees, to authorize conferring of degrees at this ceremony. Mr. Brown is President and CEO of Ketch Consulting, a crisis management, disaster recovery, security, workplace violence, and risk management consulting firm based in State College. He graduated from Penn State in 1968 with a Bachelor of Science degree in science. With a 30-year career at IBM, he has been in information technology for 50 years. In 2017, Ted received both a Consultant of the Year and Lifetime Achievement Award. Ted was elected by the Alumni to serve on the Board of Trustees on July 1st, 2013. He is a past member of the board at Penn State Scranton, a member of the Mount Nittany Society, and a life member of the Alumni Association. We are extremely pleased that he is with us here today. Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Dr. Barron. First, I'd like to make a couple of personal comments. I'm a proud member of a three-generation, 11 alumni Penn State family. I'm proud to be a vet. I'm proud to be a member of the Penn State Greek community, specifically a brother of Theta Delta Chi. Proud to be a member of Parmi Nu. Proud to have been a student when Joe Paterno became head coach in 1966. Proud to have been at Joe's first bowl game in 1967. As Dr. Barron said, I'm proud to be an alumni elected trustee. I'm honored to celebrate with you my 50th anniversary of my graduation from Penn State and my 50 years in IST, and it's not true that Vinton and I personally knew Herman Hollerith. Now, apparently none of you got that. Now, let me turn to my official duty. Dr. Barron, by virtue of the authority vested in and as approved by the Board of Trustees of the Pennsylvania State University, I authorize you as president to confer on each of these candidates the degree earned as certified by the appropriate college faculty and dean. Dr. Barron.
Thank you, Trustee Brown, for the authorization of degrees for these candidates assembled. Before we proceed to the conferral of degrees, please note that Penn State is now recognizing our graduates who are actively serving, veterans, and graduates of our ROTC programs with special red, white, and blue honor cords for their service and sacrifices. At this time, I would like to ask all graduating military and veteran students who have served our country to please stand. Now, will those in the audience who are veterans or active duty members of the military please also stand? We thank you for your contributions to our nation. I now call upon Dr. Rawson to preside over the conferring of the degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Barron. Soon we will be calling each graduate to the platform to be recognized. Let me say a word to our guests today. Most of you have traveled for many miles to hear one name announced. Therefore, in consideration of everyone who is here to honor their special student, please hold your applause and cheers until all graduates have crossed the stage, so that each student's names can be heard clearly. Our graduates have worked long and hard to earn their degrees, and each student deserves the opportunity to be recognized by their families and friends. Will the degree candidates from the College of Information Sciences and Technology please rise? Yes, you look very fine. You look very fine. Dr. Barron, I am pleased to present these worthy and approved candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree you have earned in the College of Information Sciences and Technology, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may now move your tassels from right to left, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Barron. Graduates, please be seated. Leading the academic procession today is student Marshall Anna Miller, who has distinguished herself in our college. She is escorted by Faculty Marshal Allison Murphy, Assistant Teaching Professor of Information Sciences and Technology. Will the student marshal and the faculty marshal please step forward? Anna is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and is the daughter of Kurt and Elizabeth Miller. She is a Schreyer Honors Scholar, graduating summa cum laude with a bachelor's degree in Information Sciences and Technology and a minor in biology. She is a recipient of the 2016-17 PNC Technology Scholarship and the 2017 Evan Pugh Scholar Award, which recognizes students in the top half of 1% of their academic class. Anna is a proud third-generation Penn Stater and credits much of her success to her parents and her grandparents, Frank and Leona Taucher. In her time at Penn State, Anna has achieved Dean's List standing every semester and has been involved in organizations such as Women in IST and the Design Square Human-Computer Interaction and Health Informatics Lab. For her honors thesis, Anna incorporated both her interests in technology and genetics to conduct research on direct-to-consumer genetic testing services, which included a systematic review of the public's perception of these services and how these genetic tests will impact the future of healthcare. After graduation, Anna will work for Epic Systems in Madison, Wisconsin as a technical problem solver. Congratulations, Anna. Dr. Barron, will you please present Anna with her Marshall Certificate recognizing her achievement? As a land-grant institution, we are chartered to offer the opportunity for training in the military service, and at Penn State, we have programs in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. Will all graduates of the Pennsylvania State University Reserve Officer Training Corps please rise? Dr. Barron, it is a privilege for me to present our graduates of the Reserve Officer Training Corps as officers who will serve in the Armed Forces of the United States.
On behalf of everyone at Penn State University, we want to congratulate you for your commitment and your service. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Barron. I would now like to call upon and thank our nomenclator, Dr. Alan Cameron, who will introduce individual graduates. Again, in consideration of everyone who is here today to honor their special student, please refrain from applause and cheers until all graduates have crossed the stage.
Receiving degrees in the College of Information Sciences and Technology are Chelsea Ryan Butcher, Dana Shallett, Emily Schmittel, Gino Serafini, Nicholas Donachie, Christopher Silverwood, Pratik Yalamunchi, Neil Vora, Devin Victory, Mark Hernandez, Marcin Kibovich, Yang Lin, Natalie Becerra, Liang Xu, Chandra Ramana, Jay Singh, Suryash Manak Buhara, Brian Beato, Julie Ramul, Laura Delgado, Jordan Logan, Isaiah Shade, Philip Ovzischer, Madison Becker, Heather Johnson, Adam Clarkson, Harsha Guttikonda, Avla Ekra, Wei Miao, Siki Tang, Shengguang Bai, Weijin Chua, Mingyao Lin, Christine Walsh, Marisol Torres, Patrice Morris, Allison Alicia, Hannah Garthwaite, Lauren Ritter, Eric Weiss, Kyle Ryan, Zachary Thomas, Martin Ryan, Haisheng Wang, Jin Zhang, Matthew Kennedy, Nicholas Brulia, Morgan Kalinowski, Lowell Buttorf, John McIntyre, Justin Miller, Chenpeng Gu, Michael Spino, Ashley Sukram, Gabrielle Everhart, Thomas Rushton, Maurice Saunders, Groom Idris, Anthony Rash, Aaron Angstadt, Paul Knight, Caleb Taylor, Michael Kearns, Allison Miller, Athira Pillay, Fahad Abunian, Giselle Radia, Morgan McLean, Neil Riley, Cha Yu Lin, Xu Jung Chung, Andy Zhang, Sean Williamson, Caleb Kitchen, Vicky Sue, Dylan Trang, Moonhong Bang, Sungyo Yoon, Wesley Mauk, Nicholas Weld, Amber Ebersole, Logan Schott, Kevin Hosterman, Nadia Makarova, Dylan Straffon, Justin Rosenthal, Eric Patrine, Thomas O'Neill, Matthew Myers, Jack Bosley, Aaron Stricker, Manev Mehrotra, John Regensberger, John Estevez, Kyusung Cho, Fonen Zhao, Thomas Bote, Miguel Rodriguez, Zachary Sherwood, William Joseph Sweeney, Gregory McQueen, Ryan Connolly, Michael Cavallero, Matthew Lesner, Lan Lu, Piotr Kurzhanowski, Joseph Woodward, Patrick Dunn, Joseph Garrett, David Gerhardt, David Brilliant, Daniel Zapatochny, Wesley Stevens, Neil Demsko, Jasmeet Singh, John Butchko, Matthew Emmerich, Douglas Ritter, Douglas Heller, Jonathan Yar, Cole Potts, Jason Dye, Nada Ziab, Christopher Nicholas, Jack Huffman, Matthew Manzo, Megan Tucker, Eva Justine Barranco, Tyler Nuss, Alejandro Guevas, David Zaremski, Robert Drennan, Christopher Cardarini, Mitchell Gendelman, Daniel Young, Matthew Howarth, Madeline Weirman, Michael Kosner, Trevor Slopak, Stephen Goldsman, Stephen DeAugustine, Colin Dunleavy, Matthew Steen, Anthony Russo, Jay Patel, Ariane Shamalo, Mitchell Strauser, Craig Byer, Sabrina Delvicio, Ivan Yop, Jackson Hauser, Robert Davis, Ryan Galt, Marissa Cole, Daniel Winkowski, Daniel Goga, Colin Burns, Corey Rieger, Aaron Zucchelli, Brian Brinton, Andrew Cotolo, Tyler McBride, Timothy Schouts, Bailey Kirch, Tyler Donachie, Reed Bigelow, Brian Ingham, Dante Kane, Chuching Wu, Dong Hyo, Shiju Thomas Verghese, Michael Berhani, Gabrielle Labrador, Michael Leung, Seulji Choi, Sungji Yoon, Jaehoon Kim, Michael Kramer, Matthew Rubin, Luke Jorgensen, Justin Todd, Aziz Wali, Semhar Mengestab, Naima Tinsley, Joseph Rafter, Ryan Kohler, Benjamin Atanasio, Dylan Ustik, Rebecca Jonas, Owefua Asidio, Raul Kalani, Edgardo Reynoso Campos, Braxton Harris, Alexis Miza, Alec Rome, Veronica Bellama, Juliana Wright, Grant Sutton, Luke Gleba, Ryan Oster, Jordan Glasek, Vincent Vella, Brian Morehouse, Amanda Schweitzer, Corey LaPena, Daniel Joseph, Kyle Baker, Colin Sonnenberg, Chayum Lee, Junhoo Bang, Matthias Ham, Deja Hennant, Nicholas Crouch, Natal Vidal, Harrison Goneprao, Timothy Preston, Wesley Hamill, Pakshan Latuala, Alec Medich, Anthony Capozzoli, Nathan Morningstar, Fareem Zaman, Angela Romano, Edward Quinn, AJ Kapoor, Morgan Radick, Raymond Beer, Brendan Jennings, Matthew Tucker, Ryan Archambault, Jacob Orlando, Aditya Pugarandi, Hayden Stream, Desiree Sharp, Andrew Zagetti, Zachary Lehman, Kyle Horn, John Shupka, Seth Morosco, Selena Orban, James McEachern, James Bozeman III, Joe Sema, Nathan Smith, Nicholas Demetis, Kyle Colmansberger, Antonio Girona, George Georgikopoulos, Danny Luke Corey, Kaylee Strawbridge Moulton, Taylor Pope, Julian Dove, Tyler Minuto, Shikar Tyagi, Vibhuti Busan Mishra, Justin Howley, Lawrence Wu, Colin DeMoss, Brian Kramer, Benjamin Hancock, Kendrick Mayholtz, Douglas Salata, Emily Urquhart, Aaron Lewis, Jacob Goodman, Derek Neiswanger, Troy Hunter, Andrew Vance, Alec Galarza, Reagan Bortz, Gordon Hodonich, Samantha Giska, Abby Bauer, Vincent Luongo, Eric Height, Dylan Harris, Frank Longo, Rebecca Minhee Lee, Ryan Coffey, Nate Eckerly, Michael Lewis, Samuel French, Butika Cody Kemp, Mano Narayanasamy, Elise Grossman, Joseph O'Neill, Jacob Fodor, Benjamin Katz, Michael Furmeister, Dylan Hellings, Matthew McDonald, Sean Bush, William Delmar, James Kurzel, Kevin Blackman, Nicholas Abrams, Nima Atia, Shambhuvi Ranjan, Akil Dharmavaram, Jason Williams, Matthew Hui, Daniel Perrin, Dennis DeMercy, Adam Warfield, Akil Pothana, Abhishek Tanarangam, Ethan Eisenhard, John Ide, Michael Tong, Daniel Liberopoulos, Matthew Mettenheimer, Paul Weckesser, Amy Finn, Erica Eckrod, Julia Young, Luke Pinto, Chandler Goert, Michael Wang, Safkath Farouk, Justin Moole, Amanda Day, Christopher Balch, Thomas Fitzpatrick, Jan Lee, Eric Ma, Christopher Lee, Mingwei Lee, Andy Lam, Yan Bin Lee, Jarrett Bordeaux, Rachel McDonald, Tommy DeLeon, Michael Karosh, Jared Zakowski, Ryan Gadula, Salvatore Ross, Ernest Duran, Jiwei Wu, Tyler Perdue, Aaron Sipe, Vincent Trost, Christian Donnelly, Aaron Hess, Kobe Allen, Brandon Anderson, Seamus Lunny, Olivia Lang, Matthew Guyen, Tinwei Liao, Olalade Omoshebi, Eves Mark Cherry, Albion Pajaj, Nathaniel Oots, Anthony Armour, Travis Edwards, Mohammed Fahim Shah. Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Everybody sits down. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, I now ask that you turn to the center of your program where the graduates' names are listed for meritorious achievement. These are students graduating in the top 12% of their class. Upon completion of the grades for spring semester, additional names will be added to this list. Diplomas will have this academic achievement noted on the official document. Students who are graduating summa cum laude are wearing a blue and white cord. Students who are graduating magna cum laude are wearing a blue cord, and students who are graduating cum laude are wearing a white cord. Please hold your applause until students in all three categories are standing. Will those students graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? Nope, 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 nope. Will those students graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing? Now, for those graduating cum laude, please rise. Congratulations again, and best wishes for your continuing excellence. Way to go, guys. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Barron, this concludes the recognition of those graduating with scholastic distinction. I am now pleased to introduce the President-elect of the IST Alumni Society, Mr. Luke Simonetti, to induct these new graduates into the association. A member of the Penn State Alumni Association, Luke is a 2007 graduate of the College of IST and a senior director in Gartner's Security and Risk Management Consulting Company practice. Gartner is the world's leading information technology research and advising company, delivering the technology-related insight necessary for clients across the world. Based here in State College, he leads part of the security consulting practice. Luke is an executive advisor to many of the organizations around the globe, an experienced security subject matter expert, and is responsible for driving business development, practice management, training, and delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Luke Simonetti.
That's okay. Thank you, Associate Dean Rossen. Congratulations, graduates. The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes and welcomes you into the proud network of Penn Staters. Your Alumni Association, actually our Alumni Association, is powered by pride. More than 174,000 alumni and friends like you keep their connection to our world-class university strong through membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Today, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am honored to share a graduation gift with you. Drum roll, please. A one-year free membership into the Penn State Alumni Association. Your membership keeps you in touch with Penn State and connects you with more than 300 geographically dispersed alumni chapters, interest groups, and colleges and campus societies. No matter where you live, what you've studied, or which campus you attended, we have a group that matches your interests. After graduation, and of course after you get settled, reach out to your local Penn State Alumni chapter, and your Penn State family will be happy to hear from you. And in the coming years, when you visit Penn State, we hope you will enjoy your time on campus and stop by the Hintz Family Alumni Center at University Park. With that, we would ask that the new graduates please rise. Would all other Penn State alumni here today please rise as well? Well, almost. It gives me great pleasure to induct all graduating students of the Pennsylvania State University into the Penn State Alumni Association. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Luke. On behalf of the university and the class of 2018, I would like to pay tribute to some special heroes and heroines of the day, the parents, grandparents, other family members, and special friends of our graduates. Graduates, they made today possible. They supported you, encouraged you to learn, to meet challenges, and to succeed. They invested in your education in many different ways and insisted on high standards so you would have the best opportunity in a rapidly changing world. Family and friends, on behalf of the college, I thank you for allowing us to have had the privilege of being associated with these wonderful members of your family. Now, I would like to ask the class of '78 to rise to face the audience, to look for your parents, relatives, and special friends, and join me in expressing our profound appreciation for a job superbly done. Let's salute them with a standing ovation. I think you can sit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude our ceremony. We shall close with the Alma Mater, led by Ms. Kaylee Harmon, accompanied by Center Brass. The words can be found in the front of the program. Please join in the singing of the Alma Mater.
Shapeless in the hands of fate, thou didst mold us, dear old state, dear old state, dear old state. May no act of ours bring shame to one heart that loves thy name. May our lives but swell thy fame, dear old state, dear old state.
Okay, we've reached the end. We've reached the end. We've reached the end of the 2018 commencement ceremony of the College of Information Sciences and Technology. Graduates, please remain at your seats until directed by the marshals to recess down the center aisle. We ask our guests to please remain at their seats until the platform party, faculty, and graduates have left the arena floor. Students will be directed to exit the building. We ask family members to please plan to meet your graduates outside the building, using both available exit doorways at gates A and B. Thank you, and congratulations to our graduates and their families.